Hello, students. Welcome to class once again. Thank you for your responsibility for being here so on time. Thank you so much. This is class number 3. I remind you the rules. Please maintain your cameras open during the complete class, as well as putting your name correctly in Zoom. Chat and microphones must be used responsibly. Participation is important, is organized, is in English, is frequent. Remember to pay attention in class. If you have any questions, please, repetitions and questions are allowed. Okay, and finally, use the dictionary for all the activities planned for the class. Okay? It can be for exams, for readings, for anything. Okay, students, now let's go to the topic of the class. I would like to ask you a question about food. I'm guessing all of us here like food, no? Okay, excellent. So before we talk about delicious things, let me tell you, maybe today that is not the center of the topic, okay? We're not gonna discuss about delicious food. We're gonna talk about actually things that you wouldn't eat, okay? I want you to tell me, especially animals, no? Animals that you wouldn't eat. Okay, let me see. Dummy, cats and dogs. Why? Okay, because they're pets. All right, good. All right, now, Fabi, tell me what animals you wouldn't eat. The same? And horse, okay. You like those animals, no? Very good, excellent. Oh, and what about you, Gonzalo? Ah, you don't eat animals, so any animals. Okay, that's good. Thank you for sharing. Okay. All right. And you, Ian? Uh-huh. All right. Dogs, cats. You like pets, right? Okay, good. That's very good because today we're going to speak exactly, okay, about that, about animals that we wouldn't eat, about things that are related to our opinion, to ethics, okay? So please let me show you the objectives of the class. Okay, you're gonna be able to debate about food ethics through reading and discussion activities. You're gonna be able to identify collocations by reading an article. And you will be able to publish your opinion, okay, on animals you wouldn't eat through writing activities using collocations. So we're going to use collocations today, and you're going to read. And you're maybe asking yourselves, what is a collocation? Yeah, that was a question in mind? Okay, good. Do you know what is a collocation? It sounds like colocar, no? Put. Okay, so what do we put? Ingredients? Words, okay. And what is special about these words? Do you know? Do you have any idea? No? Okay, don't worry. We're talking about special words that go together, like a marriage. Don't worry about it right now. We're gonna discuss that through the class, through the lesson. Okay, so what do you think about eating cute animals or maybe animals that are threatened with extinction? Think about, I don't know, this cat, the Puss in Boots from Shrek with his cute little face. Think about that, eating it. I think it's the last thought, no, that comes to your mind when you're seeing that cat. You might think of, oh, it's cute. You might want to pet it. You might want to ignore it, but never eat it, right? So maybe some people think differently, no? They see that cat and say, oh, maybe that cat is delicious. But no, you don't say that. Of course, I don't either. Why do you think is that? That we don't see it that way, but other people do. Were you raised eating cats? Did your mom or your dad or someone in your family eat cats? No, right? What do you think? Think about a person like me, someone who is above the 30, above 30s. Think about a person like me who likes eating cats. You think that person was raised or not eating cats? So what's the difference? Exactly. The racing, no? The part where we have these traditions. Exactly. Traditions. Very good. Culture. Exactly. For some people it is culture. Okay? Exactly. For some people it is. Now, I want you to think about animals that you have seen on the news. Maybe you have heard that people eat in other places. Yeah, that is always the first place people think about, not China. What animals do they eat there? Okay, dogs, cats, bats. Okay, yes, yeah, because bats are now seen as these uh, creators or the origin of coronavirus. Have you heard about another animal from there that was the origin of it? Ah, someone watches the news. No, Domi? Yeah, the pangolin. That is another animal that people or researchers have said to be carriers of this virus. Exactly. Other countries and animals here in Ecuador, what do they eat? Cuis, and what else? Chantacuros, would you like to eat them? No? All right. And cuis? Okay, well, Gonzalo, you don't because you don't eat meat. And what about the rest? Okay, Fabi says no. Tommy? Okay, it's not your favorite. And what about you, Ian? You like it? Okay, good, good. So I like it. We have different opinions here. That's good. Okay, so let's see. This is important because this gives us like background because uh, uh, we're gonna read an article. Now maybe you think, okay, I don't like this. I don't like people who hunt animals that are endangered. I don't like people who kill cute animals to eat them. But I want you now to think differently. I want you to switch now your posture. I like you to do some critical thinking in class. You are the same age. Imagine that you are the same age like in this moment. You're 16. You don't live in Ecuador, you don't live in Quito, no? You live in a poor village in an Asian country, a really poor village in the sea. Okay, you're a teenager, your family's big, okay? Remember, you are poor, no? Your family's poor. You have to help. One of your obligations is to help your family with money, okay? Well, let's imagine that one of the jobs that brings more economical benefits is to hunt sharks. Huh? Sharks, good. Yeah, imagine that. You can do many things, no? Things that are, let's say, considered correct as cleaning, maybe driving a bus. Remember, this is a poor village. We're not talking about the city. We're talking about a village, like a little town, but smaller. Think about no hospitals. Think about no supermarkets, no cinemas, no nothing. Just houses, maybe a medical center, really small, no supplies. You have to go and almost search for your own food. Hmm? Now, what do you think? Maybe you don't have a completely different opinion, but it is making you think now, opening your minds. That's the idea. Good. I don't want you to change your opinion. I just want you to consider others' opinions. Excellent. But now you're going to read. Exactly. You're going to read about a teenager just like you. It's the same age as you are right now. And he has this situation. He lives in a village which is really poor. His family is quite large. And he has to do many things to survive and to keep food on the table. Okay? Bring food to the table. Yeah, put money in the house. Exactly. So you're gonna read about this guy like you, this boy named Amir. Okay, you're gonna have 10 minutes to do the reading. You're gonna have also time in that time to do the comprehension activity, which is only 5 questions. And then you're gonna have 3 minutes to go to breakout rooms and compare the results to check to see if your answers are correct. Okay? You're gonna have for that 2 minutes. Okay, so in total, I will give you 12. I think it's a good time. 12 minutes to do this by yourselves. We're going to read together. Okay, that's part of the 12 minutes. And then you will have the rest of the time to do some reading individually, to answer the questions, and then to go to breakout rooms. Does that sound okay? Yeah? Okay, good. I'm going to read for you. And then you go and read separately. This activity is some live worksheets, okay? I'm going to share with you first the link so you can listen to me reading and also you can go and read by yourselves. You follow the reading with me. Let me drink some water first. Okay, let's go. Would you read it? That's the name of the article. It is an article taken from your book, okay? The book Insider, Upper Intermediate, Inside Up, sorry. And here is the reading. I put it in a live worksheet. And you have the 5 questions regarding this article. As you can see, you have some highlighted expressions, which are the collocations we talked About before, okay, let me start reading. Would you eat it? It's 5 in the morning, and the sea of Oman is bright red. Amir Mohammed has just thrown a bloody carcass over the side of his small fishing boat. It is a shark, and it's Amir's first catch of the day. It's still alive, but it's badly injured because its fin has been cut off. Zamir tosses the fin into the empty hull of his boat. He worries about how he will support his family. Shark numbers are down, and the fish that he finds now are smaller than before. Meanwhile, under the boat, the shark is still struggling and unable to swim. As it slowly floats down to the bottom of the sea, smaller fish start to eat it alive. Its death will be long and agonizing. In seas and oceans across the world, these awe-inspiring animals are being hunted to extinction. On average, 3 sharks are killed every second, or over 70 million a year. It's hardly surprising that in the last few years, there has been a 90% decline in most shark populations. These are distressing statistics, but sharks don't have the same appeal as dolphins, so we don't feel much empathy for them. After all, these man-eating monsters kill around 10 people every year. So why should we care if they are being wiped out? Aren't we better off without them? For 400 million years, sharks have played a critical role in maintaining balanced, healthy marine ecosystems. Sharks are apex predators and the caretakers of our oceans. Based on current evidence, marine biologists predict that losing this caretaker could bring about a significant rise in the number of small predators like stingrays. This will result in fewer fish. This would result in fewer fish and also fewer shellfish, which keep the seas and oceans clean. An imbalance in the food chain could ultimately lead to the collapse of the underwater ecosystem, with a reduced fish population and more pollution. Everything and everyone who depends on the ocean for a living or simply for recreation would suffer. It'll be an environmental disaster with countless consequences for us all. So, why are people like Amir Mohammed killing sharks? The reason is simple: shark fins are big business. Fins are the main ingredient in China's most prized dish, shark fin soup. This soup plays a significant part in Chinese culture and is often served at New Year and other important celebrations, where one bowl can cost as much as $100. The price is surprising because shark fin is tasteless, and the mercury levels in the meat mean the soup is relatively unhealthy. Nevertheless, Shark fin has a long culinary history, first appearing on the tables of the wealthy in 1960. This association with wealth and exclusivity continued through the centuries until the 1980s, when, thanks to a rise in prosperity in Asia, ordinary people started to buy it. The increased demand has put 181 different shark species on the threatened with extinction list. But there is a glimmer of hope. A ban on finning could still have the shark population, could still save the shark population, and encouragingly, it has already been outlawed in some countries. However, not everyone supports this approach. Some people feel that banning shark fin soup is an attack on Chinese culture and that we all have the right to eat our traditional foods. 17-year-old Yuli Tan disagrees. I ate shark fin soup as a child, she says. If it wasn't offered at important events, the host would lose face in front of his guests. But traditions can change, especially when they do more harm than good. Is it really necessary to slaughter 200,000 sharks a day just for a bowl of soup? In Oman, Amir takes the fish he has caught to the market. Next, to this tiny boat are monstrous fishing ships with hundreds of sharks' carcasses on board. More than 1,000 can be sold here in a single day, but the sharks at these markets are only a fraction of the animals actually killed. It's a cold-blooded trade, but most fishermen aren't concerned about ethics because they need to make a living. Amir looks at the long rows of shark fins lined up on huge slabs in the market. Behind them, the Arabian Sea, which used to be alive with fish, looks dead and still. Is this the future of our seas and oceans? Interesting, no? So I'm gonna leave you 5 minutes, or do you want more time? Do you think it's good? 5 minutes? Because I read for you? Okay, I'm gonna give you 5 minutes in total, okay? 5 minutes for the reading and 2 more minutes for the breakout rooms. So does that sound okay? All right, please go ahead and I'll be waiting for you. Okay, finish the reading. You have the link on the chat. Please answer. Remember, please to only send answers to teacher, okay? There's two options. You finish and you have check and you have send answers to my teacher. You send their answers, you know how it's done. You put your information, your name, the grade parallel, the subject, and you put my email, okay, which is on the chat in a moment, please. There you go, biancapuchalski@gmail.com. Okay, 7 minutes, finish the reading, questions, come back, tell me when you finish, and you go to breakout rooms. Okay, very good, students. You have finished the questions, no? Good. Okay, so you are going to breakout rooms right now. It is 11:15 in this moment. When will have you finished? When will you have finished? By the time it's, oh well, now 11:20? No, 11:19, right? 11:19, good. By the time it's 11:19, you will have finished, you will have finished this activity. Very good. 2 more minutes, sorry, 2. To breakout rooms. Check your answers and see if they are correct, incorrect, and why. Very quickly. This should be very quickly. Okay, students, now you've checked your answers. Good. Let's go through them very quickly, right? So what is difficult for Amir to do? Kill sharks? Throw sharks off the boat? Carry? Make enough money to live. Okay. What will happen if sharks disappear? Okay, marine ecosystems could be devastated. Good. Why are sharks being hunted? They are not endangered. Because they bring a lot of money. Okay, very good. That's correct. How does the article describe shark fin soup? Has a very strong taste. It's been eaten for a long time. Finally, what does Julie Tan say? Remember, say about fin soup. You answered important events, or it should be. But she says that when hosts don't do this, they are seen bad. But she doesn't say people should. Yeah, it is a significant part of Asian culture. Yes, that is implicit in the reading. But does Julie Tan really say that? Does she say that? What about a tradition that should be preserved? Does she really say that? What does she really say concretely, like really? She ate it when she was younger. That's the only thing from this list that she actually says. Because if you really read the question, it says say. It doesn't say think, what is her opinion? It's just say. Let's check just the answers. And we have 10 out of 10. Well, you have 10 out of 10. Good. Now we're gonna do some practice with these highlighted words. Remember I told you we're gonna practice with these words? Okay, did you read them? Uh-huh. Okay, are you familiar with them? So, okay, but is it really difficult to understand the reading with them? No, can you, okay, so you can understand that, that's good. Let's find really quickly with your dictionary some examples for this highlighted expressions, okay? Synonyms, they could be simpler or equal in complexity. Okay, empathy for, understand feelings, okay, good. Better off without. To be good with no of that, exactly, without that. It's almost the same, Based on current evidence. Based on. Can you find a synonym for that? Based on? Yeah, it's kind of the same, no? Based on. Good, yes. With this evidence, based on, yes, rising, add in number, very good. Resulting, exactly. It's very difficult, like based on, to replace. So as you can see, the ones that have the short prepositions, I think are the one that are more difficult to replace now. Good. In fact, depends on. Relies, okay, that is another one. Good, relies on, which is also another collocation. Ingredient in, yes, part of, exactly. Part of the recipe. Good, good, Donnie. Thanks to, okay, exactly. It's difficult to replace such a simple expression. Threaten with. Can you find a synonym for threaten with? Exactly, in danger. In danger of extinction. That is correct. It's another collocation. Good. Attack on. Exactly. Attack on. Not injury, because injury is to do physical harm, but attack on can also be verbally. Insult, yes. Consider bad. Good. Fractional, part of. Very good, very good. Concerned about. That is correct. Concerned about. Now that you have the examples for the final activity of this class, you are going to find examples of other animals, okay? In the website I am sending you in this moment on the chat. It's called Tree Hugger. Okay, tree hugger. Yeah, a person that hugs trees. You're gonna find one animal that seems appealing for you. You're gonna copy that paragraph, but you have to change some expressions so at least 3 of these collocations that you studied fit, okay? So take one paragraph from the website. Number 2, you're gonna change some parts so the collocations that we learned fit in it. And you're gonna put them in Padlet, okay? This Padlet is right here. Okay, let me, give me a moment, sorry. Okay, so here's the Padlet. When you finish, okay, I suggest you copy right now the paragraph and you just change the parts of it that are necessary so these collocations fit. Remember, they are highlighted in your worksheet, okay? That is the last activity of the class. Yes, you can take 5 minutes for that, okay? Good, good, no problem. Yes, yes, all of them. You can use all of them if you'd like, but I am just recommending you to use at least 3. You can use even 4. Yes, you can use any of the animals that are there. Sure. Okay. I'm going to check the Padlet to see if you have already put some of the comments. Okay, very good. I see that you already put the comments and you are editing. So the collocations fit in your paragraphs, no? Good. The giant salamander, the pangolin. You decided to work the 4 on the 2 animals. Good. Okay, continue. I give you a couple more minutes to make the collocations fit. Yes? Sorry? Threaten. Threaten with. Remember, that is putting an animal in danger, okay? Or putting someone in danger, okay? You threaten, for example, your teacher to put 10, or you will, I don't know, you will kill his dog. That sounds dark. That is one an example of threatening, okay? Threat. To threat is to put someone or something, an animal, in danger, okay? First, you have to verbalize, in this case, in the example I gave you, you have to give a verbal expression. But in this case, in the reading, we're not talking about verbal. We're talking about putting the life in danger directly. Yes, good. You finished? Okay? All right, don't worry. We have a couple of minutes more. We can go and still check everything, okay? Remember, these are the expressions. Okay, let's see. The Chinese giant salamander is the largest salamander in the world. Which chapter? Attack on good themselves. Fraction of. That's good, that's good. Concerned about. Excellent job. Oh, the pangolin, exactly what we were discussing. Threatened with, that's excellent. Thanks to, that's good, thanks to. Result in. Very good, my students, that is excellent. You have done an excellent job with the collocations, Remember, you are familiar with them. It is just that when we put a name for it, maybe you get confused, but now you see that you deal with them every single day. And when you read, you listen to people talking, you will find out that these words are commonly together. They go together. That's what they are called collocations. Okay, and it was an excellent topic, food and ethics, to discuss also this grammar. Don't you think? That's right. Very good, my students. Thank you so much, okay, for your participation today. Yeah, today you did a lot of uh, comprehensive activities, individual activities. It's excellent to have this balance in class. Thank you so much for your responsibility and participation. Goodbye and see you in next class.